Hello friends, we're loading in for another day of Oxygen Not Included. We are going to update our ranches to a dropper model today. I think my cat Sugar is going to join us on the cat cam today. Now he has decided to sit on the desk. I'm using my husband's computer today, so hopefully we get a bit better performance. He has a nice Alienware desktop that's newer than my laptop. Cross your fingers, it works better. Cat's gonna lay down so we can see her face. Down. So on my Discord, let me share the link. Okay, no. Not gonna let me put the link right now. I do the chat on my iPad and it always wants to put the keyboard in vertical mode. Anyway, on my Discord, I put a link to a Steam guide for a dropper ranch for hatches, but in another playthrough, I messed around with it until I could drop Sweetles and spigot seals. So we're gonna try to recreate that. I don't think we need to be ranching any of these critters that are not. We don't need to ranch anything but Sweetles and spigot seals. And then we can make like basically unlimited pemmican. We're also going to check on some of our projects. Okay, so number 2, we're trying to mutate gas grass. Number 3, we're digging into the biome down here. This is like all 1,000 degrees, and we're trying to get them to take all this material to this locked room so they can't build random stuff with hot material. And then number 4 is this hydrogen geyser that I think we fixed. It had overheated the gas pump, so it's thermium now, which should be basically impossible to overheat. And then I think that's all our projects. And then also near number 2, we're trying to repair the research reactor. So since we're on my husband's computer, we're going to try to go maybe speed 2 again today. We're also still working on... There's 2 main achievements we need to get. Let me take a look. We're working on Mind the Gap. So we're about 2/3 done. Pretty much exactly 2/3 done. And then we're working on GMO A-OK. And for this one, we just need gas grass. So, once I finish those 2, I'll have all of the achievements in the game completed at least once, which I feel like would be quite an accomplishment. We are trying to get all of them completed in this playthrough, like simultaneously. We'll see how that goes. You are out of light. Okay, we need daylight to help out here. These all overheated. We're not going to repair them because doors don't actually matter. Just disable auto repair. This is just so... So we have pipes running through here, and I really don't want bonbon trees landing on these pipes and messing stuff up. So... And we just had a rocket return. Empty storage and empty storage. Now, we had a bit of a problem with molten tungsten, so I'm going to relocate it. Oh, come on, relocate it. I'm gonna put the molten tungsten like in this rocky crevice, and then I'm gonna open the bottle and dig it right away, because what happened yesterday is a meteor hit, and the icy nectar meteors don't damage anything, but they do send all the debris flying. And so, of course, the molten tungsten flew right in here and melted a bunch of stuff. Because why wouldn't it? So that was terrible, and we're not going to do that again. I don't think we can actually reach here. So let's build some ladder. Already 6. Okay, we're also repairing, trying to fix our mistakes with the nuclear reactor. So I didn't realize that the nuclear reactor overpressurized at 100 kilograms of steam. And if it overpressurizes and can't let its steam out, then it explodes. So now we are, we have some atmo sensors. So if it's not above 200,000 grams of steam, it lets 20,000. It lets, okay, I also installed this cool mod that lets us see the automation a little easier. So if it's not above 20 kilograms per tile of steam, basically, and it's below 180 degrees C, it lets water back in the room. Otherwise the water bypasses and comes back down here. And then first the water goes back into the research reactor, and if there's not room in the research reactor, we're just going to let it go to space. And that should eliminate our overpressurizing problems. So we're hopeful. Something's entombed, but I don't care about that. I remember now. So the other project for today is we're going to ranch the Sweetles somewhere that we can just deliver this sulfur straight to them to cut down on duplicate labor. I think we're going to need to maintain 1 ranch of hatches for coal for rad pills. But I don't think we need to ranch... We don't need to ranch Mammoths or Phloxes. And I don't think we need to ranch Drecos anymore either. So we should be able to just tidy things up quite a bit. Okay, so did we make our way over here? We did. Relocate this faster. And then we're going to empty it so that the bottle of molten tungsten just can't go anywhere later. Why did you not relocate? Unreachable? I don't believe that. I have another rocket that's returned also. Bridge. Now, what's your destination? You are going to this rusty one. How much does it have left in it? Okay, it has plenty. Can begin launch sequence. We should be good to go there. And then you are going, I believe, to a glimmering. Over here. So let's check how much it has left. It does not have enough. Does this one? Nope, not really. So I really only want to go when it has more than 20 tons. So we could go here again. That's what we'll do. This is also our only one that can take liquids, though. So maybe let's see if there's anywhere we want to go that has liquids. Crude oil. I don't really want to deal with solid methane. That doesn't have much. This one might be a little too far. What our other options are. I don't really want to do liquids. Gilded, I know for sure is too far because we checked that before. So let's check the distance on this rust one. Yeah, that's too far. Okay, so I guess there's not any liquid we want to get. Look. Radioactive gas. No, not you. Don't. Bleachstone and liquid chlorine, I guess we could do. Fine. We do need more liquid chlorine. We actually used all of our infinite storage of chlorine on gas grass and our... So all our liquid chlorine, or all our gaseous chlorine has been pumped in here to become liquid, and this is kind of a mess, and we're really just hoping it mutates quickly. It's too cold to put a grub in here. So, if we get liquid chlorine, we could add more with a bottle emptier, a bottle drainer. Could, like, say, fridge on here. And let's just do a mesh tile under it. We'll put liquid chlorine in there, which also means we could like mop this at some point. We have a lot of repairs to do. We moved the molten tungsten, so now I'm gonna empty the molten tungsten. And then it's gonna warm up this rock, but hopefully it'll solidify the tungsten and then we can dig it out. This rocket has returned. Storage. Where are you going? So you're going to this rust, which has how much? 41 tons? That's good. But you need... Apparently you forgot your destination. Okay, so you need a little more something. Drill cone stuff. Okay. I think you need a little more fuel too, but we're working on it. Shift 3, we're gonna check downstairs here. Sweep that again. I don't want to dig up in here until I can pay attention to it a little bit more. Okay, you're still the same thing that's entombed. I guess I can let him in here. The reason I haven't been letting him in here is because I don't want them to take the hot sulfur to the Sweetles. I only want them to feed the cooled sulfur to the Sweetles. Like, it comes out at 21 degrees, but it goes in at like 100 something. You're... Well, now. Okay. That's good. No, that's not good that you're not have diamond yet. Please get diamond. Does anyone have this errand? Harold does. Thank you, Harold. Then I think we want to increase the priority on this project. It's a 6. I guess we'll go to a 7 because they're not doing it. So that was helpful that you ran up there and did nothing. I guess we'll just sweep these bottles. I guess we're putting corium in our storage here. Oh, this is a mess. Corium checked. That's not how you spell it. Oh, okay. I'm using my husband's computer, so all the buttons are in a little bit different spot. Let's also mop this kind of quickly, as I hate it. At some point, we're gonna dig the whole map and mop it all up. But I'm not sure when we're gonna get to that. We have some other projects first. Did you get your diamond? You're full of diamond, so you should be good to go. For repairing. And then this one is going to be liquid chlorine. I guess if we have any that can be auto-bottled, we can auto-bottle it. So I'm surprised these are still... I guess we'll hook it up because... We're going to pause it, but we're not going to run the aqua tuner quite. Okay, it's unplugged. That's fine. I guess if we're going to make power, we'll make power. Doing a little bit of mopping over here to try to make less of a mess. Okay, we got a sound. What does that sound mean? Is it an incoming meteor shower? No. I don't know what it was. Mystery sound. How are we on vacillator charges? We have no vacillator recharges. So I think we're just gonna stop dropping off floxes and mammoths. Maybe we stop grooming them as well, but we will keep shearing them for now. This steel ranch, we're filtering all the input because it's gotten very messy. We don't have to worry about mixed stuff in there. Okay, is anybody gonna come repair this? I guess we might just have to deconstruct. We should have plenty of materials. What is in here? Okay. So all the steam turbines look like they're running even though they say they're broken? I guess these ones are not running. Oh, is somebody gonna come do this? Not sure. Yeah, we'll sweep out everything in here. We have limited lead suits. New printables. Use a blueprint. I think we're just gonna go steel. Always useful. We have melty stuff up here. Okay, so we emptied the tungsten and made tiles. That's fine. That was the goal. How's our star map? So 3 rockets are on the way out, and where's the 4th rocket? It's also on the way out. Okay. Our super coolant, we can probably keep it just like 25 now, but I'm not gonna set this yet. This is, if it's above 180, we're putting it in, or if it's not above 20 grams per tile. Can we reach this? It's reachable. I guess we're just gonna take those out so we can rebuild them. They're not repairing fast enough. Okay, how's gas grass looking? Seems to be growing. Come on, friends, let's build the stuff. Guess we'll deconstruct that. I'd like everything nice and fixed. So it's a deconstruction errand. Okay, they're gonna get to it eventually. Maybe we're going priority 9 because I'm just annoyed. The speed here. Go, guys. Got a lot of solid nuclear waste. We probably don't need to take the solid nuclear waste all the way out. Maybe we make a bin for nuclear waste. That granite should be fine. But not there. Okay, maybe there, because there's not really room up there. And then you're gonna go there, you're gonna go there. And shipping, auto sweeper, steel should be good. Rotate. Must have had it there. Okay, this is sweep. We want it to come down here. We'll just sweep everything again. Okay, we are getting these repaired. That's good. I don't really want to close it in with the broken symbols all over the place. I know for ladders, them being broken doesn't actually matter, but it just doesn't look nice. Please just repair it. Okay, we got the water. Okay, this one is going to be at a 9, and it's going to be sweep only. Thorium and solid nuclear waste. And they don't have to take it as far away because we don't really need it anywhere else. Yeah, I like the idea of having things neat and tidy. I don't usually like to do the work. But in a room that's going to be closed in, we're going to do it. Looking very lovely now. One more sweep to check. Yeah, looks like we got it all. What if we try speed 3? Performance seems to be going decently right now. So I also put fast track on my husband's computer, so I think that mod helps a lot. I think all these are reachable. I also think we could start letting water in here. We're going to want this second layer to be about 450 kilos per tile. So let's make sure we're not putting water in the reactor yet. But we can put water in the bottom part. And we'll turn this on and get ready for liquid view. This stuff might be too hot. It might just evaporate off. Okay, so maybe we don't do that yet. Maybe we do need to close it in. Okay, we're getting there. We managed to get corium, solid nuclear waste on the top, and corium. Lovely. Fix all the things. Gas grass. Growing. So I also noticed with gas grass, you have to make sure to press Y and set it to auto harvest because it does not default to being auto harvested. The aluminum, we should have plenty to fix it. I think we completely lost a ladder there, which I'm just going to put back for this. And we have, okay, we're not too much nuclear waste in the bottom. I want to get these repaired. They don't show errands. Like, repair errands are weird. It's like the delivery of the stuff doesn't show an errand, and then it only gets the errand once the materials are, like, on board. I'm not 100% sure how that works. We can also stop feeding these mammoths. Okay. So, buildings. We can take out that. We can take out these. Take out that. We can take out these. We'll leave them their condo and their shearing station. But also, these bristle blossoms just are not working. We will just stop worrying about that. Everything here is fine. Can they reach these? I think so. Maybe not. Maybe I take these out and then they can fix them. We'll lose a little bit of steam to space, but okay. It's nearly there. We're just fixing the last couple things before we close it in. We're nearly repaired. I switched to using my husband's computer today, so hopefully our frame rate is much better. We're running on speed 3 again. Okay. So, of course, as soon as I take out these things that I think we need to take out because they can't reach that, then it turns out they can. So I have a MacBook Air that's a 2018 edition. It's very old. It doesn't even have a graphics card at all. My husband's computer is a newer Alienware, and it's like AMD Ryzen 7 and a 30 something. NVIDIA RTX 3080. Oh, actual model number? I don't know. It's way better than my computer, though. That's the important thing. I just don't like it as well because, I mean, it's on his desk and everything's in a little different spot, and, you know, the keyboard's a little bit different size, and it's just not mine. Once we get this built, I think we can put the water back in and run it again. So, yeah, the game is not fabulously engineered. So my husband's computer is from 2020, but it was like top of the line Alienware then. So it should be decent still. But I know this game only, it's like no matter what your processor is, it only uses one core. So, okay, so this is like a closed system again now. So we're going to put some water in to get some steam. Oh no, we left debris. Okay. So I played Mind Over Magic for about a month when it first came out, and it's another game produced by the same company as Oxygen Not Included, and it seemed to do a lot better. So I hope they're thinking of ways they can apply that knowledge to Oxygen Not Included. We're gonna drop the stuff back in. We can turn on this again. So Mind Over Magic, like, Clay's not like the game developer, but they were the producer on Mind Over Magic, and I think the performance on it was much better, so I hope it's like applicable. We're trying to get this turned on again. So today my cat Sugar stole the bed. She's usually the one who's busy, and usually Snowy joins us. But they traded places today. Yeah. Yes. But not on the same scale as Paradox. I've played a lot of Paradox games too. So there's steam in here. I think that's probably enough that we can turn this on. And cross your fingers we don't have another meltdown. True. True. Mind Over Magic got an update like last week, I think, where you can have emergency priority on the malicious invasions and the bramble spawns now, so that seems like that would make that aspect of the game much easier. I might give it another try again soon. Yeah, I hope for an Oni 2 someday. We'll see if it happens. We can delete this, but we're also going to be getting a lot of radiation here now. But we're in the rad suits, so I think the dupes will be okay. Dupes are only 2 tiles tall, so mostly safe here. So we don't want the steam going above 100 kilograms or we have big problems. Yeah. Yeah. It could go either way. Okay, so once the steam turbines start going, we want to make sure we're not putting water in if it gets too high. So we're going to go to 20 kilos before it lets the water out, or 180 degrees before it lets the water out. Well, if it's above 180 degrees, it puts water back in to cool. And that's just copying from the same setup I did here. So the temperature might not be as sensitive since I'm not trying to cool material. Multiplayer Oni would be cool. I think it would be cool for like everybody gets their own planet and then you use the interplanetary launchers to send stuff back and forth. That'd be what I'd like to see. Like you could share resources. Yeah, I don't really know that much about programming, so you sound much more knowledgeable than me. So how's the pressure? Okay, we're getting close to 20 kilos down here. What we want to see is we want to see these turn green and then the vents turn off. Yeah, I played some City Skylines 1, or no, I played some City Skylines 1 a long time ago. I played some City Skylines 2 about a year ago, but it's basically unplayable without mods, but also I don't like how mods break the game, or potentially break the game every time there's an update. Okay. Getting up there. Yeah. So one of my favorite games as a kid was SimCity 2000. So City Skylines is a good attempt, but it doesn't have the same amount of fun as it did as SimCity 2000. My favorite thing to do in SimCity 2000 was to fill like the entire map with the arcologies that would blast off. Okay, how's the pressure? I think we're almost full. And then we want to make sure that the extra liquid comes out. Yeah. Um, Also, Paradox just has such a expensive DLC system. I played some Crusader Kings 2 a while ago, maybe like 6 or 7 years ago, and I mean, you could easily spend like $600 on DLC for that game. Okay, so how is our liquid looking? Maybe we're not getting liquid out fast enough. Maybe we're okay. I guess maybe I needed 2 output pipes. Although none's bypassing now, so... That sounds like a good rule. I played Stellaris 1.0, and I think it's I don't think I had any DLCs, and it's substantially different now than when I played it. But it does look interesting, so I might have to get back into it at some point. Okay, not even remotely the same game anymore? Okay. I guess we can't reach this tile, or we're not repairing it. It's getting a little warm, but pressure seems to be staying okay. I wanted to set this to 25. So I would say in general, I like this style and the content and like the concept of the Paradox games, but I don't like their DLC system at all. Okay, I think this is okay, and I think we're gonna move on to other projects now. Yeah. I know they tried to make it so you could like subscribe and get access to all the DLCs, but then it like pissed off everyone that already bought all the DLCs. Okay, so I think we're gonna come in here and work on this. We need to unblock this geovent. And we want to make sure that this room is going to be a steam room to cool the igneous rock we're getting here. And we'll deconstruct this tile and reach through with an auto sweeper. And then I also want to do the Sweetle Ranch thing. Where am I going to put Sweetle Ranches? Yeah. Someone has food poisoning. How are our rockets? They're still out. Okay. So we turned off Phloxes and Mammoths. So we're still going to shear what we have in here, but we're not going to... Oh. Okay, I also have to cancel all these plantings because they just moved the seeds. We don't need to grow Bishop Blossoms there. We can still do you. If we don't have Mammoths and we don't have Bristle Blossoms, then I don't think we actually need allergy pills anymore. The copper sounds good. Okay, so I want to set up... Oh, I also want to set up new bedrooms. So we can force them all into Atmos suits every cycle. There's one achievement where they have to do a errand in an Atmos suit. I don't need this anymore. We don't need to take the Nosh Beans to the Mammoths. Get rid of this. We also probably don't even need to grow Nosh Beans anymore. Which means we don't need to make ethanol anymore here. I do want one ranch of hatches. We're getting most of our plastic from glossy Drecos right now. But take out, no, not attack dig. Take out those. And we don't have to send water over there anymore. Oh, this is a mess. So deconstruct that bridge. Yeah, this is not my first attempt at all achievements. My last attempt at all achievements, I could not finish GMO A-OK because so Nosh Beans spoil, and I hadn't planted them. So they ended up spoiling before I managed to get a farm going to mutate them. So that's why I did that early on in this save. But we're hoping to not have that problem again. Okay. Now we're gonna need to, like, plumb some stuff. Plumb you. So I started Nosh Sprouts very early in this save. We also don't need... No, we still kind of do need that. We don't... I don't think we need this pipe anymore. Which is, like, ethanol. Okay, let's clean this. I've made a lot of spaghetti. Okay. Get rid of that. Get rid of this. It'll be good to have all this cleaned up. And then get rid of that and get rid of that. Okay. So it would probably make sense to have the Sweetles near at least one of the sulfur. Oh, but that's not the button I wanted. Nope. Okay. Alt. Okay. On the Mac, the Alt button is in a different spot. Okay, so we have one sulfur geyser here. And one here. This is the... Okay, so sulfur is like there. So maybe over here somewhere is where I put the Sweetles. What temperature do Sweetles like? Sweetles like to be... Oh, these are full. That's not good. Sweetles like to be what temperature? 10 to 40. They can survive negative 30 to 100. I have to figure out what's going on here. So this needs to bridge on, so it's lower priority. Yeah, so on the Mac, the command button. Okay, so if I'm looking at the PC keyboard right now, and the one that says command here is what I use as control on a Mac. And then the one that says option here is the one that I use as alt on a Mac. And then the one that's control here is function on a Mac. So it's weird. Okay, so stuff that comes out of the sweepy is going to be lower priority. Yeah, it's... So my muscle memory keeps having me press the wrong button. Okay, so what's the temperature over here? This has a lot of rads though, but it seems like a fine temperature for Sweetles. But also maybe I want to build it close to here. I was thinking about putting another transit tube on this side. And then they could use the transit tube to access, like, get there faster. Let's give that a try. Let's just double check. So there's a B. And is there any neutronium here? Okay, yeah, there's neutronium here, so the transit tube needs to be on this side. So let's just start kind of penciling it in. We'll need to dig or like remove some ladders, but only buildings. And then I'm gonna just pencil it all the way down there. And then what level is... Okay, so Alt S zooms out. Okay. What level is our sulfur geyser at? So that's... So maybe this is where I start Sweetles. Oh, okay. And the other thing about the Mac versus PC is the scroll wheel on the mouse goes the opposite direction. Yeah, so I majored in graphic design in college, so it's like the industry I was working in for a long time, Macs were the industry standard, and I just have such extreme muscle memory now. I'm not working in graphic design anymore. I mean, like, I made my own, like, overlays for the stream and stuff, and I made my own logo, but I'm not doing graphic design for other people. Dig that. Okay. So where's our sulfur geyser? Way up here. Here. We could take sulfur across. How much space do I have? If I start the ranch... Oh, okay. So I probably want 3 tiles for access. Yeah, so I still have my Adobe monthly subscription. Every time I go to get rid of it, then I'm like, oh, I need to do something in Illustrator or Dreamweaver or something. I hate it. It's like $50 a month. Total scam. Okay, so we could do transit tube access here. I think I need 5 Sweetle ranches. I also know that I have transit tube here. That's a possibility. Let me just mark out floors in 4. I'm not gonna build 3 on each, but at some point I switched to 7 to dig stuff out. I mean, I'm glad I have access to both PC and Mac, but I'm just not as used to using the Mac. One. Okay, these beta hives are eventually gonna get too hot. I'm not worried about keeping them cool. We have, like, all the enriched uranium we need. That's not the right spot. It's impressive that it's still alive. Okay, that's that. Do our levels line up? Yes. Okay, that's good. Sometimes I get off somewhere and my levels don't line up on each side. Where do I want to put the Sweetles? We have kind of some transit tube access, like, horizontally here. So maybe I put it below. How's the temperature in this area? It's a little chilly for Sweetles. So up here's also a little chilly. In the middle, also a little chilly. But if... Sweetles. I think if I give them a critter condo, they'll be fine. -30 is their livable range. So... So in the mid-90s, my dad worked for a company called Power Computing. That was like the last non-Apple company that was authorized to make computers that ran OS X, or the Mac operating system at the time. And when Steve Jobs made his big comeback in the mid-90s, they bought out my dad's company in stock. My dad kept most of the stock, which is also another reason why I'm very pro-Apple, because it supports my own share prices. So... gotta support my own stock portfolio. Okay, someone made a mess. I see. You are trapped. Someone coming to do this? Yeah. Okay. Let's check on... Okay, all these guys are growing. That's great. And you're at 50. I guess we're putting water back in because it's a little warm. What temperature does this overheat? Does it overheat? This overheats at 275. So maybe we put this at like 220? Because we're getting too much water in there. Okay, so is the water bypassing now? I guess... Maybe we only need one connected this way. We'll take excellent fruit. Did these pipes all get plumbed? Yeah. Yeah, so my son is 11 and so he had a MacBook Air before, that was basically the same as mine, and like he was looking for a game one day and I was like trying to explain to him that you have to look for it on Steam, you can't just look for it on the Apple App Store, because nothing really good is in the Apple App Store. I don't know if I can load it here. Shall we take a pause and see if we can check his base? I might have to see if I can switch to his Steam account. Hello. Someday we will load into his base, or maybe on the weekend I can co-stream with him and he can show it to us. My son really wants to stream, but Twitch and YouTube are both very strict that if you're under 13, you have to have an adult with you. Yeah, my son plays this game. We don't share a save file, though. His goal is usually go to space as quickly as possible. Okay, I think this is too much for one pipe. So we have to do something different. We're gonna cut that off. And I guess we're just gonna vent it to space for now, because I don't know what else to do with it, and I don't want another meltdown. And we don't really need more water. Okay, let's build this right away, friends. Yeah, so I have played Stardew Valley with him before, but all he wants to do every day is go to the mine and then go home and sleep as soon as he's out of energy. So I think we're gonna play over the summer when he's off school. I think we're gonna do some streams of Core Keeper together, because it has a lot of Stardew Valley vibes, but there's no sleeping and there's lots of mining. I think he'd be very satisfied by that. Yeah, he doesn't even like to grow crops. Like, I have to do all the farming in Stardew Valley. Okay, so we were thinking about a place to put Sweetle Ranches. I think I need 5. Maybe if we put him down here. Okay, our lower sulfur geysers is here, so... Okay, so if we have 3... And then we have a door, and then we have 96... About 100. That'll fit, okay. Oh, but don't really dig it. I have never seen that. I was watching someone on YouTube do a no energy run that I thought was pretty interesting. So one side the water is just going to space, and the other side the water is going back in. Flip this. Get you back in. I guess no, you still don't go. Huh. Interesting. I'm always kind of interested in like unusual ways people play the same games. Okay, so I think this is going to be okay now. It's still getting pretty hot though. So the pressure's going down. Okay, so I could, instead of just outputting it to space, we can take it around this way and send it back into the turbine. Oh. Gonna have to make some ladders and bridges and stuff. Oh, no, we can come down here. I think. I cancel this. Go like that. Okay. Bridges. Yeah, I played a little bit since they added perfection, and I don't know that that's something I ever have the patience to get. So, cut that and build these fast, please. I'm usually kind of a slow game player. Speedruns are not really my thing. Like, even getting Carnivore by Cycle 100 is extremely stressful for me in this game. I wish it did not have the time limit. But I guess then, if it didn't have the time limit, I'm not sure what the achievement would be. We need to build a bridge here. Make this like priority 6. I can probably just change this to construction priority. Yeah. So an interesting speedrun I saw was, I didn't actually watch it, but I read about it. Someone sped run, I don't know. It's like a Switch game that's like Wii Fit, but it's I don't know. It's like an adventure fitness game, and someone did a speed run of it. That looked or it sounded uncomfortable. Ring Fit, yes, that's the one. Someone did a speed run of Ring Fit, and yeah, that just I don't know. Seemed like you would be sore afterward. I was amused by the concept, though. Yeah, so I had gotten that, so COVID started when my son was in kindergarten, so school was shut down for like the last half of kindergarten and the first half of first grade. So I got it for him to do at school, or at home. I thought that would be a more fun option. And he played it for a bit, but he also doesn't have great attention span. Okay, have any of my rockets come back? They've all come back. I was not paying attention. Empty everybody's storage. There's the storage. Okay, how are we doing on Find the Gap? 747, so 3/4 of the way. Making good progress. Where do you go? You go there. So the thing that kills me about my son is he likes to leave the game running and walk away while he has to do other stuff. And I'm like, this is how dupes die. Okay, so you can go again to your same destination. Where do you go? Yes, he walks away and doesn't pause. I do not approve. But what can I do? Apparently he has no fear. Do you have enough resources? Yes. And how are your resources? Where are you going? You're going there? Did we have 2 people go there? You don't have enough. Do you have enough? Yes. Okay. Someone comes here. And then you have enough. Yes. Okay. So all of the rockets are out again. And gas grass is still not mutated. We're not giving it quite enough light to grow consistently. Okay, so if it doesn't fit through the bridge here, we can output it to space. I have no idea. We'll see. And then we can take this one out later. I think he actually wants to be an airplane pilot is his goal. For a while, he'd tell me about how he had a plan where, like, 3 days a week he was going to be an airplane pilot, and 3 days a week he was going to be, like a garbage truck driver or a recycling truck driver, and then 1 day a week he was going to be a beekeeper. So. He's probably going to leave the airplane on. Can we get a mutated seed, please? Nope. Yeah, it was an interesting combination of jobs, and he was not even, he was like 4 or 5 when he came up with this plan, so he wasn't thinking about it about how much will these jobs pay me perspective yet. Okay, so we can cut off this one. But now I think all the water should recirculate the right way. And how's our temperature? We're a little hot. And the steam's a little low. So I don't like that. Okay. We're gonna change the bridges. So you're gonna come in here, and then if you can't go in here, you're gonna go back up and over. We have like a... I think we have a meteor shower incoming. Okay, that's better. Priority 9. These. Priority 8 on the rest. So not just considered, he definitely has both autism and ADHD, 100%. So he 100% has both. Yeah. So hopefully we get it figured out. I for sure have ADHD. We found that out when COVID started and they were like, okay, well now we're gonna do like school from home, distance learning. And like if my husband or if my son did not want to sit at his computer and do the work, like I was like, why am I gonna force him to do this when it's like horrible for both of us? A conductive wire has melted. I don't like it. Maybe we don't make wires out of lead. But yeah, they're like, I was just about ready to take him out of school completely and do like an unschooling thing because I was like, I cannot. Like, I don't have the attention span to force him to try to have an attention span. It was the worst. I think they're taking hot stuff places they're not supposed to. We're gonna sweep this. Yes. So then I was 35 and they were like, oh, you do have ADHD. Because in the 90s, the girls just did not get diagnosed with ADHD. You don't have enough illumination? I think this is going to work now. So it'll go back in, and then it has space to circulate outside. So, I got him the Amazon Basics keyboard. So he got his first, like, PC that my brother built for him last Saturday. And I got him the Amazon Basics keyboard because on his laptop, he picked off the keyboard. He picked off the keys. So he gets a cheap keyboard until he can show us that he does a good job with it. Yeah, I don't really think of him as a mental illness either. Like, I mean, he has a few extra support systems at school. He did start out in the special ed class, but by the end of second grade, he had told the special ed teacher, the general ed teacher, and the principal that he wanted to be in the general ed class full time. They're like, okay, do it then. He gets like, he has like a 504 plan at school now. And so we can like make adjustments. Like when they say he has to read a book of a certain genre for his homework, I'm like, you know, I don't care if he reads the back of the cereal box 20 times. Like whatever he reads is good with me. So he can read graphic novels. He can read whatever's interesting to him. I don't want him to hate reading. Okay, so we fixed this. The temperature seems to be coming back down a bit. The building melted again. You guys are taking the igneous rock, aren't you? We're not even using this pump, so we can probably take out the fire. Yeah, so we just try to keep it flexible. Yeah, my son started out having an IEP, but then by the end of second grade, they said he didn't need it anymore. Yeah, so I am really glad that they only mainstreamed him because he went around and advocated for himself. Like I'm pleased that that worked out. So he seems to be doing quite well now. Of course, he says he hates math, and then he's like, you know, playing oxygen not included, and I'm explaining to him how you figure out like what the max temperature water you can put in your metal refinery is. And I'm like, well, you got to do the math, dude. Okay. I don't think we need any of these pumps anymore. Maybe just one. Well, maybe we just leave them unless stuff melts. But I am concerned that stuff is over 300 degrees down here and melting lead. We're gonna make a cooling thing here. We need to make Sweetle ranches still. I keep forgetting about that. Hey, good morning, Amargosa. Amargosa's my husband. So I'm using your computer today. And we're running on speed 3 again. I installed the fast track mod. But it goes in the user folder, so I think if you want to use it, you'll have to install it yourself. We're talking about Luke. And how he plays oxygen not included. The new microphone, it seems to be working well. Trying to mop that? That's weird. That's on Friday. That's tomorrow. So we also play Rise of Kingdoms, but I don't think I'll stream that because I'm in a pretty strict competitive kingdom. And they're very sensitive about, like, operational security. Okay. We're gonna need to dig this out. I would think you're supposed to read an English class. Yeah, it's going well. I'm glad it sounds good. When I was a kid, I thought the like absolute worst behavior thing you could possibly do was read after bedtime. Yes, Sugar stole the cat bed today. That sounds like a typical teacher move. Okay, I think we fixed this. Yeah, the temperature's going down now, so that's good. We do need to keep an eye on how much enriched uranium we have. Yeah, Sugar decided he was stealing the bed today. Usually Snowy sits in that spot. Okay, I think this is safe. What is flooded? Oh, here. Okay, we need to rearrange our stuff. This is weird. I don't like this. Yeah. I mean, teachers, I know now, have it rough enough on their own end, but some of them get a little full of themselves sometimes. Mining is still going. Okay. Where am I building Sweetle ranches? I think we'll start... This will be like the dropper room. So, I put screenshots of what I'm going to do on my Discord. I'll share that again. Oh, the bot just shared it for me. Okay. Door. I'll do copper. Maybe I put it one down so we can... I don't know. This is fine. I guess I just don't like that. Okay, we'll put it one down. But then this is in the way, but we can relocate it. Yeah, I'm glad I don't personally have to go to school anymore. Think about how this works. So this is going to be tiles. I guess I'll just do... I know we need one gap there, and then we'll just do tiles the rest of the way. It's going to be a 96 room. And I think I might close it off on this side to limit the pathing. And then we're going to take that out. There's going to be a door. So this room actually doesn't... No, this is the dropper room. I remember now. So that's going to be a door too. No, this is the dropper room. Okay, maybe we don't build these quite yet. And then I want 5 Sweetle ranches. And we can always add more later. So that's 3, 4, 5. And then all the doors here, but can't put them all yet. Someone is trapped. Of course you are. We should sweep this again. Or they use it to build places they shouldn't be. Somehow we're gonna have to figure out how to unblock the geovent. I don't know. Okay, I gotta concentrate on one thing at a time. Something's still flooded. Of course it is. Once we move the Sweetles, we're also gonna move the seals. Because the Sweetles make the sugar for the seals. So this one is going to be... And this is not right. Go on the other side. I have 2 sulfur geysers. So that's what we're feeding them, and that's why we're picking Sweetles. Yeah. We have currently 400 tons of sulfur. So that's why they're going to be our long-term food source. Okay, and then we need doors here. Oh, we have to take out these ladders. Printables. We'll just do blossom seeds. I'm not growing blossoms anymore, but we might. George has allergies, so we'll keep... I have this set to keep 10 allergy tablets on hand. And none of our stuff is back yet. Temperature here seems good now. I think this solved our problems. Yeah, 20 grams of steam, or 20 kilograms of steam is a good amount. Let's take that. This is not an optimal gas grass farm. Hopefully it gets the job done, though. Okay, so we're going to need critter sensors in here. And this we can use lead for. This should be fine. Critter sensor. Lead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to have another room at the bottom here where we make like a secondary evolution chamber. And we'll just put a tile on that one. Automation, we need knot gates. They can be lead. So the knot gate is going to go here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go like this. This. This one actually goes down 1. No, that is right. I'm looking at screenshots from a previous save file I did. I put the screenshots on Discord if you would like to also look at them. And it's based on a guide that's on Steam, but I modified it a lot. Shipping. We're gonna ship the sulfur directly here. So shipping, conveyor rail. I don't know if we're gonna have enough for this. Oh, I should have held shift. And right now the sulfur comes out here, but I could just take it out here. I'm gonna do this a little differently, and I'm gonna do it with a bridge so it prioritizes. Please. So it'll, once this is ready, it'll come out this way first. We'll also end up putting, what's it called? Grub fruit. Okay, so the next thing we need is grooming station. And then feeders. Good night, Mr. Cupholder. Or good early morning, as the case may be. We can't build the door there yet. We need critter condos. Granite should be good. Critter condos will make up for the fact that it's not the right temperature here. And then the rest can be grub fruit. So this is, oh, okay, we do need to, I guess we could put 7 in each. Or we need to do something weird on the other side. I don't know how big I want the ranches to be yet. Okay. Okay. So I guess they're set if they're greater than 7, it drops the Sweetle. We need shipping. We can lock the top doors. That door stays open. This door stays open? No, that's the door that drops them down, I think. Okay, shipping. We can make these out of lead. Conveyor loader. Another one. Not there. Not like that. And then another loader. So I also want to put a pickup on this side. Or a receptacle is what I mean. So that, both those can reach that side. So maybe I put the thing on this side. And then receptacles, a receptacle in the middle for sulfur. Okay, so this is the sulfur line. I guess the sulfur line can go in the room. Hello. We are making a dropper ranch for our Sweetles so that our people do not have to like hand deliver them. I guess I'll just go here for now. I cannot pay attention to enough things at once to watch one person stream while I also stream. Not compatible with my ability to pay attention to things. I can hardly even keep track of everything I'm trying to do. So we need to build this wire. So our other sulfur comes out where? Here somewhere. Our other sulfur is coming out here. So I guess we'll put another bridge on this. And we'll just make a little spaghetti. We're running low on copper. Okay, we're not gonna do this right now because we should dig some more first. So it's less messy. Okay, if we make a path across here... Oh. I should have... Hold shift. And then... Yes. Good. Someone's gonna get stuck. What's going on down here? We couldn't reach that. That's probably fine. Let's sweep this so they don't build with it. This is stuff they dropped on the way. Looks good. Check the reactor again. Gas grass is growing. I'd like you to mutate, please. This seems fine. We still have plenty of enriched uranium. It uses very little. None of our rockets are back yet. Okay, so now we have to think about how the shipping is gonna go. Okay, so we're gonna have a room up here. This room is gonna be 3 wide. Go like that. And we're gonna have another room that's 3 wide. Then we have like a little divot. And this is our evolution chamber here. And we need some doors. Okay. And here we need a solid filter so that we can separate grub eggs goes directly to the evolution chamber and non-grub eggs don't go to the evolution chamber. We're running low on copper, but we should be mining more, or we can just use a different metal. Let's see. Need more critter sensors. 3 critter sensors here. 1 critter sensor here. 1 critter sensor here. More automation wire. Okay. Not. Oh, fake ads. Okay, is that an and or an or? That is an and. Goes there. Okay, we're having our autosave. And goes here. Filter gate. Okay, let's put not gates first. Okay. Not goes here. Filter goes up. We have a buffer gate here. Nope, not there. I mean, I suppose that spot would work, but that's not where it is the last time I made this. This one goes over. This is not in the right spot. And gate goes up one. I suppose that probably didn't matter quite that much. Okay. So you're gonna go here. Connect there, like that. Connect like that. You connect up. Go here. You are good. Okay. Now we just need them to build this stuff. And then these can fit. So it's going to be one small. So I think I'm just going to close off this side to limit the pathing. Oh. Okay, and then at the bottom we're also going to build another evolution chamber. Maybe we leave this side open. Bottom. Can just go like that. Or sensor. Door here. Automation. Like that. Oh, we need a conveyor outputs. We need a lot of stuff yet. Conveyor rail. Okay, so if it is a Sweetle egg, it goes there. If it's anything that's not a Sweetle egg, it goes here. And then I think I'll take it up this way just so it stays in the wall and doesn't get cramped as easily. Are we building this? Not yet. Lock some more doors. Be locked and you can be locked. We got a smooth hatch egg again, but we're already done with smooth hatches. We can also turn off critter trap. Come on. Oh, I skipped it. We're not going to ranch floxes anymore, and we're not going to ranch regular mammoths anymore. Or any mammoths, really, if I can find the critter trap. Come on. Does everybody have to stand on the trap? Yes. Apparently everyone has to stand right on it. Come on, guys. Goodness sakes. Okay. This is still working? Yes. This is still growing. New printables are available. I don't want to deal with Paku, so we're just gonna take the egg. Our food is still going up. We do want to build planter boxes over here. We don't have to plant the stuff quite yet. Okay. I also maybe want to take this out temporarily so we can get all our Sweetle eggs in there. We can just use an automatic dispenser. Okay. How is the underground project going? Oh, zooming the wrong way. Okay, this is nearly done. Okay, so this, I think I can build the second steam turbine here now. Did I make this room one too short? I sure did. That's annoying. Everything is not quite where I want it. What's overheated? It's just a door. What's broken? It's just a door. Okay. How's space looking? Oh, why do I have petroleum in there? Not desired. Yeah, this game frame rate is like always a problem. You can dig that. How's our igneous rock supply? We have plenty. Let's also mop this. This can be a slightly lower priority, like 8. These tiles are still, that tile is not okay temperature. Some of these tiles are okay temperature. I do want to move you over. I haven't been having problems with sour gas in here. That's good. I see another lumen quartz here, which we could send to friends over here. Got something? Roasted grubfruit nut? Okay, fine. Roast grubfruit nuts. So, what I did to get carnivore, I don't know if I did it on this playthrough or not, but what I've done in the past is I put the incubator and then I just use the manual switch like this one. You can turn it off and on. And then I like really micromanaged it. And when I saw it was lullabied, then I turned it off. Because otherwise it just, I could never get it right. You can never get your ranchers to go there in time. So if you just do a switch, you can kind of micromanage it. So another thing you can do, I don't know if I have any incubators. I'm only using unpowered ones right now, but so there's a glossy Dreco egg in here. But if I remove it and then tell it to put in a glossy Dreco egg, it'll like rotate to the next one. It won't be the same one. So you can like micromanage that. So you can use one incubator to incubate many more than just one egg. So, but yeah, I just used a switch to tell it when to have power or when not to. But yeah, if you just remove and then put it in and like keep going back and forth, you can cycle through all the eggs with just one incubator. So, but mammoths also make carnivore really easy because they're so meaty. Yeah. We're having like some pressure damage here, which is not ideal, but I also don't really care. Okay, so I think I can send sulfur out this way, but we're kind of low on metal. We're gonna have to switch to probably aluminum rails. Yeah, so the drop thing is what I'm setting up now for the Sweetles. I think we'll just go up transit tube for this. It's gonna be sulfur, and we'll just probably do bridges so we don't have stuff going the wrong way. There we go. That should deliver all our sulfur automatically to the ranch. Yeah, on this particular map, I got really lucky because we had 2 hydrogen geysers. Vents. Yeah. Carnivore's a tricky one. That is certainly fact. I think we're just going to start cracking eggs that I don't want to keep anymore. Because I want to decrease how many things we have. Or a smarter idea would just be make a bin to put the eggs in, because we don't need the eggs in a hurry. Yeah, I can put you there. We don't need to keep regular hatches. We do want to keep stone hatches. I might want to keep puffs around. And we'll keep the shine bugs. And we want to keep seals. And we'll keep pokey shells for getting rid of polluted dirt. But we're going to reduce our critter population. We tamed all the critters, so we don't need this little room anymore. Okay, can we get the power going over here, please? Then I can finish off these rooms a little more. So I need some water here. What's the temperature? 7 degrees. Maybe I'll use ethanol. We have plenty. Okay. A door is not going to work there. Save first, just in case. Okay, these are getting a bit full. Change the material on all of them. I'll change this one too while I'm here. How's the other side? I think it's 7 goes to the other side. These ones are fine. They're not really getting anything. Okay, did we drop anything that needs collected? A little bit. Okay, so this is where I want the steam chamber to end. And we can take out that tile because only the sweeper can reach diagonally. Now, we're gonna need an thermo aqua tuner. It can be steel. Liquid pipe thermosensor. I'm just gonna use gold so we don't have any melty lead. Automation wire. We need induction panels. Liquid bridge. Liquid pipe is gonna come like this. And it's, maybe we do this part ceramic. No, not like that. Okay. This part can be... This part can be igneous. We're gonna close it off, so that part can be igneous too. But we need a little bit that's ceramic. Okay. We don't want a bridge. We need to move this. We don't want a bridge between the rooms. So that pipe can go that way, and then ceramic. Okay, in igneous here, ceramic when we're in the room. Now back to igneous so I don't forget. Oh, and we need one more bridge. And then we're gonna need an auto sweeper that can reach diagonally into that room. I think if we put it there, we should be good. And we need a conveyor loader. Okay. I don't want it quite there. I want it here. And then a conveyor rail shut off. Not gold. Okay. Conveyor rail thermosensor. This is yes gold. Now, I think I've figured out a solution for the tiny packets problem. Which is going to be a NOT gate and then a filter gate. And okay. Now you're gonna need shipping. Maybe wolframite for this. Round and around the steam room. Go up and join on. And then when you're cool enough, you'll come back down here. Let's dig out 2, 3 tiles here, and we'll put a little cooling plate thing also. Okay, new printables. I'll just do plastic. Okay. Did we build any of my bins yet? Nope. Of course not. Okay, this is going to be project 4. So if I press Control 4, it sets a like memory point. This is going to be Sweetles. Okay, this takes a little ethanol. Enable auto bottle. Okay, we got all that power built. Take out this one. The sulfur's arriving, that's good. Up here looking, you're mostly still growing. You're getting a fair amount of radiation. I think maybe the liquid chlorine is blocking some of it though, so let's mop. We're out of fertilizer. So I don't really want to make a third fertilizer machine. This is getting warm again. Are any rockets back? They are. Okay, where do you go? Go here. Do you have enough to be worth going? Yes. So you can begin your launch sequence. Where do you go? Go here. And you are a bit low on mass. How's this rusty one again? So they recharge slowly over time. You're at 20, so you go. One drill cone can get 20 tons of resources per trip, so since we're trying to maximize how much stuff we mine, we want to make sure they have at least 20. Now, we're also going to need... Okay, so we're going to need probably 1 for meat and eggshells, 1 for sucrose, and 1... Or 1 for meat, 1 for eggshells, 1 for sucrose. So we can construct that now and then build the next one. And this can be liquid ethanol. I don't want this door locked. That one can be auto. These can all take sulfur. But we didn't bring power over here yet, so. Or maybe we just do 1 for sulfur and 1 for everything else. Like an everything else place here. Or one for sucrose, one for everything else. So this one can be everything else. Not like that. And then the other one will be for sucrose, which we'll send to the seal farm. Okay, this should be enough here. This, this room actually needs to be a little bit bigger because we want to sweep meat from here too. So have room for a sweeper. This get up before we close it in. We're also gonna need power, and we want a transit tube access. Put it here. And then we probably also need like transformers. Can we fit 2 anywhere? We can fit 2 here. Okay. Conductive wire bridge there. Oh, I pressed shift at a bad time. Okay, looks lovely. Sweep this again. And out that door. Mechanized airlock. Alright. Get that stuff out of there. Okay, sweeper, go here. Go there. And power. Okay. I don't really want mercury in there. Not the plan. Oh, too much liquid. Boogers. I guess we'll have to delete that for the meantime. We can put a door here and a tile here. This is not going to be the right temperature for grub fruit, is it? It might need a cooling loop, heating loop, 15 to 50. Did not think that through. But we can set up a heating loop pretty easily. Flooding. Flooded. Pop you too. Okay. Oh, and sweep you too. If I put a... Okay. Air meter. I'm just gonna make it out of steel because I don't want it to melt. And they bring it in here. Using wolframite. That was not the right spot. And then metal tiles that are made out of aluminum go here. Then plumbing, radiant, liquid pipe. Okay, so take out those pipes. We're gonna go like this. Something's overheated. It's just the pneumatic door. This is getting too cold. Yeah. We need a vent, liquid vent. I'm just gonna also make it out of steel. Now, I don't know how I'm gonna get that across. Okay, this is gonna be for grubs. But I'm also gonna put it at like a 1, so only the auto sweeper does it. This one's gonna be for hatches. I'm never gonna find the bin. Oh, I missed it. Okay, box. This one's for Regal Bamus. This one's for regular Bamus. I can find it. Oh, I missed it. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, we're gonna pause so they don't keep walking in front of it. A mini egg. This one's for smooth hatch. And the egg will crack inside and turn into eggshell and raw egg. I don't know why it took me so long to think of that word. Still growing? Yeah, they're ready to harvest. You're still okay? This is getting close. We have a lot of pipes or a lot of wires to build yet. We got mercury in there. I suppose that's fine. I suppose I should have seen that coming. Okay, mechanical door. Here. Okay, so this is gonna be we're only gonna count critters, and if it's above 1, the door closes. So send a green signal if it's below 1. For this one. No, send a green signal. That one sends a green signal if it's above one. This green signal is open door. Okay. So you open the door if it's below one, but these also have to be full. Okay, so these are going to be send a green signal if it's above 7. This one is going to be... this door stays always open. We have printables. Take a pup. Now, put this back. Working on building wires. So these are above 7. It opens the door below it. This is, oh, this room is not closed off. That's why. Okay. Look at the automation open. So this one is going to be, the critters are below 1. Put this one to 3 seconds. This one is going to be below 2. This one is above 0 or above 1. Back thing. Above 0. Above 1. That's going to control when those doors open and close. And we're going to cover some of this stuff. This is going to take everything. Okay. Add a 1. Copy settings. Copy settings. All of those take everything. And we're going to do another layer. So the Sweetle eggs are all going to pile up right here. And the baby Sweetles can't jump, but grown-up Sweetles can. So when they're grown up, either this door is open. Okay, if there's room in any of these ranches, a grown-up Sweetle can go this way and they get dropped down. If there's not room, this door closes and this door opens and they'll hop in there. As soon as they get in there, the critter sensor detects a critter and closes the door and they get turned into meat. You reach the meat? Yes. Okay. And then sometimes extras get in here and then we'll drop them down here. So this is just like a safety feature. So I think we're gonna start moving Sweetles over here now. I guess maybe we wait till everything's built. Not quite yet. And we'll eventually ban duplicates from going in this room. So we can just drop all Sweetle eggs in here. This is not the right temperature for grub fruit. We could set up like a teppidizer. Abilities, liquid teppidizer. First fine. Want our liquid to be at least 15 degrees, so we should do insulated. Don't put anything there yet. We'll need a bottle emptier. And then plumbing, radiant liquid pipe. Go here. Then behind all the plants. Okay. Now we're just gonna make a loop. Okay, we'll use insulated for now and we'll figure this out. Add insulated on the sides of everybody. Figure out how we zigzag it. Okay. So want to keep it moving, so bridge for directionality. And I think this can just use water. Probably use polluted water. But in here we can use regular water so it doesn't off gas while we're setting this up. I suppose it doesn't matter, but we'll need... How much power does the teppidizer use? 960. So we can do just one. But I suppose we'll just put in two. Conductive wire. Regular conductive wire can just go like, oh, not like that. Okay. Go. I'll have power. Is it warm enough that we don't freeze stuff? Maybe we do use polluted water. We'll see how it is after the stuff's built. Okay, do any more rockets come back? Indeed. Empty. Empty and empty. Move. Okay, so the one that takes liquid, where can you go? Can you reach there? You only have 5.9. You have 46.5. You're pretty good still. You're good to go. And our other one that does solids, you're at 15 tons. Guess we're just gonna get solid stuff here. Don't want mercury. I don't really want carbon dioxide. I don't think we can reach that one. What about this oxidized one? There's one more at the edge. You can get more. Looks like a good choice. That is where you're going. Okay. This still... Okay, our research reactor is working much better now. We're still having like a chlorine rain situation. Gotta build some stuff over here. Okay, I guess we'll put... Hey, we could use ethanol. We can use ethanol. Everything seems to be going okay right now. They're all full of sulfur. The sulfur is actually a little cold, so good thing we're putting in the heating loop. I would love to get that mutated gas grass. How are we on databanks? We still have plenty. Okay, we built critter condos, good. I want to get this pretty full. Oh, we need automation wire also. Okay, I did put it in. I'm wondering now if I want to put this at the top because we potentially want to have room to expand. So let's cancel this. and mop. Oh yeah. Change of plans. This also has a change of plans. Put heating at the top. New printables are available. Need. Do we have vacillator recharges? Nope. Cancel automation. Thermosensor. Cancel the power wires. Okay, we'll just clip this off. You can still build that. We might use it later. That. We'll just leave that. Okay, we're gonna build a separate thing. No, maybe we build it way on the top. Fine if the sulfur goes through it because that gets the sulfur to the good temperature too. 1, 2, 4, 5. Okay. Plumbing. Modify this a little bit. Utilities, liquid teppidizer. Automation, thermosensor. Plumbing, bottle emptier. So how do I want the pipe to go now? So you can come up here. Us, and then down. Actually, we don't need that. Cancel that. Delete that. Delete that. All the way down here. I actually like that much better. Maybe we do move the sulfur to the side, though. Okay. Yep. Then I guess we put it on single transformer. It uses less than 1,000 anyway. Still use heavy watt or like regular conductive wire just so we can use lead, but got automation wire. Yes. Lovely. Then you can take ethanol. Okay. So this was project 4, and I want to make this one over here 3. So Control 3 makes like a new bookmarked location. I actually want to change how the pipes go on here a little bit. Okay. Can I make this go the other way? So, radiant liquid pipes in here. Insulated liquid pipe here. So... Okay, I've also seen people do it this way. Or I could flip. Or maybe we just don't worry about that. We just do what I was doing before. This is hurting my brain. Okay, I'm 100% sure that'll work. It just won't be counterflowing, it'll be flowing the same way as the stuff, but it should be fine. Why aren't we cleaning this up? So hot debris is going in here so they don't build with it. Where is our Sweetle Ranch? Here it is. Now, so this one is going to be everything, and this one is going to be sucrose, and then we're going to do another drop ranch for spigot seals. And then between so the Sweetles will eat the sulfur from the sulfur geysers, and they'll excrete sucrose. The spigot seals will eat the sucrose and make tallow, and then between the Sweetle meat and the tallow, we can make enough pemmican to permanently feed all our duplicants. Does it... I don't want radiant here. Better. It's also stew. Eventually we're not going to allow duplicants in this part. The critter sensors will be controlling the doors, and we don't want a duplicant to get locked in. We also need to attach this. And then I have to figure out how we're attaching it over here. If we're, who's radiation vomiting and why? Okay. Well, I suppose that means our plants are getting enough radiation. We'd like to mutate the gas grass. Are we taking rad pills? Okay. Hate this menu. So hard to use. Lyra, got the radiation sickness. Is she taking rad pills? She is. Okay. She is our best farmer, so we would prefer she be the one harvesting the plants. She might need a second restroom break. We haven't figured out how we're attaching the tube yet. I guess we're gonna have to cut across here, or we can go like up and over. I don't know. I guess we'll cut across. Someone's radiation vomiting. It's Lyra again. Like, how'd you get so radiated? Did you just stand next to the stuff for a really long time? Now you're cold in your bedroom. Maybe we need to give her a second bathroom break. Lyra. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. Okay, so every time they use the restroom, they excrete 100 rads. I might also put a lid on here so that don't drop any undesirable liquids in. Radiation vomiting again. Okay, in your suit is fine. How is the radiation looking? Maybe we need more, maybe we do need more lead tiles here. No. Probably fine. Getting stuff from space. How's Find the Gap going? I am using my husband's computer today, so it's a newer PC. It's an Alienware. It's pretty nice. We're getting pretty close. 86%. Hello, little psycho panda. We're trying to mutate a gas grass. We're building a dropper style ranch for our Sweetles. So our duplicants have a little less work to do. We're gonna get rid of all of our critters except Sweetles and Grub, no, not Sweetles and Grub, Sweetles and Spigot Seals. Yeah. I think this computer's working better. Radiation vomiting. Lovely. Okay, I'm glad this is working better. So we're gonna get rid of all the critters except, okay, we're gonna keep one ranch of hatches, and then we're gonna have enough Sweetles for all the meat we need, for all the pemmican we need, and then we're gonna have enough seals to turn all that meat into pemmican. We're just waiting for them to build this stuff. They're being slow. I want like at least 500 kilograms for the loop. Radiation vomiting again. Oh, right down the ladder. Gross. This computer is a, I don't know. It's an AMD Ryzen 7 something. Let me look real quick. About. It says AMD Ryzen 7 5800 8-core processor. And I think it's about 5 years old. I don't think it's X3D. It says Ryzen 7 5800 8-core processor, 3.4 gigahertz. It's 5 years old, so it's not the newest. Okay, did she puke anywhere else while I was looking at the other screen? Looks like we're okay. Did we get mercury in here? Liquid carbon dioxide. Okay, fine. I am working on the critters. We're decreasing critters. We're gonna have 5 Sweetle ranches, 1 hatch ranch, and a few seal ranches. We are actively decreasing critters. We are not ranching floxes or mammoths anymore. We took out the ranching stations, and all the eggs are going in bins now, so they'll hatch into raw egg instead of a critter. This is the project today. We also fixed the nuclear reactor, and it's working much better. And we're still hoping for a gas grass mutant. So I would like them to build these wires, and they're being lazy, so getting a priority increase. Maybe even we'll go like 8, so we still, if we have an emergency, it can be 9. But this with the evolution chambers is gonna really cut down on how many extra critters are running around. Don't even have a preference. We're still gonna have pips running around because they're cute. And then I need to set up a steam room to turn petroleum into plastic so we don't have to keep using the Drecos, but that'll be a few. That needs a little work yet. Oh no. I set it to just like the default ads for now. I haven't learned enough to know how to customize anything yet. Are we at 500? Just about. Probably good enough. And we're gonna set the loop here so it's at least 15 degrees for the grub roots. Okay, now which is which? This is gonna be, this one's gonna take everything except sucrose basically. But not sucrose. And we're not going to take eggs with it. That can be deleted now. Yeah. I mean, I imagine it must be pretty hard to design a game that runs optimally. So, other things I want to do is, since we're sending the sulfur out, we don't need this anymore. Ah. I see. Okay, this we also are sending the sulfur out now. No, that's not completed yet, but I think it's fine if it just waits in the room. You're out only. Ah. You're gonna be out only. And then that should get all our sulfur coming over here automatically. This does not have power. Why? Because we didn't build all the wire yet. Yeah, it is. So here's a question. Are there any games that you think are exceptionally well developed? Lyra still getting radiation sickness? Where's Lyra? Lyra. No. I did not want to move to her. I want to follow Cam. How's her radiation? Radiation seems fine now. A little bit more to build here. That should all be reachable. We have a lot more to build down here. This. We're trying to sequester the hot material. 1,000 degrees. Okay, that stuff's broken from a long time ago. We're trying to finish these. Okay, this one's gonna be sucrose. Oh. Factorio's number one. I have never played Factorio, but I know my brother really likes it. Hmm. I might have to look into it. I've seen other people play it too. Okay, we can probably start putting Sweetles here. So this is gonna get its settings copied over here. So we're gonna put the only thing that goes in here is Sweetle eggs at a priority 9. Then no one uses those. And then this one is not going to take Sweetle eggs anymore. And then this isn't, everyone can use the doors now. And then we're also going to take out some of the buildings over here. Like maybe just all of the buildings over here. We'll leave the sweeping stuff to tidy it up though. So the Sweetle should slowly get relocated now. Probably take out that. Don't need the trap anymore. We can probably just take out the Mammoth trap since I can't click on it to get rid of it. Okay, so all this. Oh, where are you putting the Sweetle eggs? Why are you picking up the Sweetle eggs? Oh, because you can see that. Shoot. Okay, so you're gonna go another level up. And apparently be on a heavy watt wire. Cancel. Well, okay, sweep only. So that I can tidy up here. There we go. Yeah, I'd rather make the big bucks, personally. Now. Did we not finish building this? Oh, we can't reach this. Yeah. Okay, so this has a good amount of liquid. This is gonna be send a green signal if it's below 15. Delete that. And then we also want to plant grub fruits here. I guess we can plant our one specialized and then the rest regular. Because we are going to be keeping it at just the right temperature. I haven't tried Dwarf Fortress yet. I've heard a lot about it though. I may have to investigate it in more detail. So I think I'm gonna set all these plants to not have people harvest them so that, oh, doesn't drop seeds. Okay. Alveo Vera is the one that won't like self-harvest, but all the other plants should. But we're trying to like reduce duplicate labor with this system. We also need to put fluid in the cooling loop. I'll allow it. Okay. I've seen people play RimWorld, but I've never played that one. The cannibalism slightly disturbs me. Okay, so when this guy gets to be an adult, then he'll be able to climb, and then he can drop into the rooms to populate them. But I don't really want a bee in here. So we might have to put a door on the top. Okay, the bee died. Also, don't entomb yourselves. Yeah. Okay. So these are not happy about fertilization, but soon should be auto-fertilized. You are not happy. Oh, you need radiation. I don't want to grow the specialized one then. I want to grow a regular one. You are not happy about body temperature. We're going to fix that soon. We need... Fill this pipe. Oh, we need... Okay. First we need... Direction. And then we need to fill it. That's not quite where I want to put it. Hold on. Thinking about how this works. Liquid pipe. Okay. We're gonna put a bottle drainer, and we're gonna put... I don't know what we're gonna put in it yet. We're gonna bridge on, and then... The stuff we already have needs to take priority over bridging on. Yeah, at early game, I built a granite cooling loop, but we have an aluminum volcano, so there's no reason not to. Okay. So that bridge is on if there's space. So that circulates. Flip. You bridge on if there's space. I think it works. And then... I mean, this does not need to be insulated, but... Build this stuff. We're about ready. You need to take stuff. This one, I don't really want people going in. Yeah. We're just gonna hope for the best. Plants have died. Oh, okay. Well, we'll have a loop soon. Okay, this is annoying, actually. Now you're just wasting time. Okay, am I gonna have space to do seals back to back? Okay, I don't know where that was measuring from. 96. I think we can just fit the seals. Okay. Please cancel all those seeds until we get the... Oh, boogers. Cancel all the seeds until we get the cooling loop going. So you are... if you're below 15, you run the liquid around again. Okay. Yeah, so, where's my volcano? That's what I do here, is I put the metal tiles with the radiant pipe in it. That's not the button I wanted to push. We don't really care about that project anymore. Take iron. But obviously I can't plant the plants in metal tiles. Well, I mean, I kind of could if I used... Hydroponic tiles are kind of like metal tiles. But once this gets to 15 degrees, it shouldn't take a lot of work to keep it at 15 degrees. It's just initially getting there. And I really need you to build this, which you should be able to reach now. Cleaning everything out of here. I didn't mean to take out the actual tile. Okay, fine. Maybe we'll just put... Yeah. But the sulfur, I maybe cooled a little bit too much for a plant that likes to be 15 degrees, so... Okay, so now this is going to be Sweetle eggs. Priority 9. How long till you grow up, friend? Grade 1. Okay. They're only 1. Okay, this... I think I'm just gonna put polluted water. Yeah. But these grub fruits are... They're just, we have all the infrastructure to like automatically fertilize them anyway, so might as well grow them. We're not going to be relying on them for food. I just want to check this again. Okay, steam looks much better. It's just, hopefully we're not getting rid of too much water. Instead of outputting the water, we could send it all the way back to the infinite storage. But that's more spaghetti. How much, in fact, do we have in here? Plenty. Okay. I'm not worried about just sending it to space then. Okay, you're on good track for carnivore. Okay, did we get anything in here yet? Nope. I think we are gonna demolish this though, because I'm gonna put the seal ranches on one side so they're like back to back. That'll look... Yeah, I'm terrible about keeping things simple. I'm like, why don't we just connect all the systems to each other? Okay, hopefully we can get this loop going today. I only have about 15 more minutes before it's time to get kids. Yeah, so this is my water or liquid sorting system that I'm pretty pleased with. They can put anything in with bottles, they can take anything out with bottles. And then I can put stuff in or out as needed. I did have, so I built it in a biome that started out like -40. And I did have one problem with the saltwater tank where the saltwater froze to brine ice and then separated. Okay. Yeah, so salt water when it freezes, it separates. It's weird. No, it doesn't become ice and salt. It becomes like brine and salt. Or brine and water, I think. Or brine freeze. I'm not. What does brine ice melt into? Let's see. It's weird. So brine ice theoretically melts into brine, but I don't think that's what happened. What happens when salt water freezes? So when salt water freezes, it becomes brine and regular ice. So I put salt water into the infinite storage. It froze. And then I had brine. And then the water melted. So I had brine and water in the same infinite storage. And I did not like that. Yeah, it's weird. I don't like. Okay, so we're getting the eggs in. We're getting some liquid in the loop. It's coming in a little warm, but then it's cooling down, but then it should warm up again. So, are you running? It might take a little while to, like, equalize. I might need a tank. Like this. Go in, you go out. Yeah, okay. That should help normalize the temperature. But let's priority 9. I can probably try to plant the plants again. Let's see how much it is. Okay, this is warm enough. These guys can have grapefruits. Yeah. I know you can do weird stuff with vaporizing ethanol. I've never actually tried that. Yeah. I mean, I'm like using ethanol here just because it wouldn't freeze. And this area started out negatives. Okay, anyway, it's about time for me to get kids from school, so I think I'm gonna save it here and we're gonna find someone to raid. Save, and I'll see who's online. Okay, I think we're gonna raid batteries sold separately. So I will be back around 9 a.m. Pacific time tomorrow. Um, and have a good evening. See you next time.